We have Frost, our map, spawning up to the top right. We have our red Protoss PartinG. And up to the top left, we have our blue Terran, Mr. TY. Alright. So, not too bad spawn positions. Going to be quite aggressive, just in general, one would think.
If the third base is taken from PartinG down to the lower side, sometimes it can be a little bit harder to defend inside your main, but that's something that definitely would be addressed when it happens, for sure.
I mean, we could easily see PartinG go for a blink all in, as seen him do it once or twice in some of these qualifiers.
But the patch is now in right? Because the
you mean for the time warps and stuff, and yeah, it's in. So.
But it hasn't really affected too much, I don't think.
I also don't think it's affected too much. The biggest change in the patch notes was Daedalus's points ramp. That's about it.
Yeah.
So.
PartinG doesn't necessarily need to play that style, though.
No,
so.
of course.
I mean, definitely it is strong and still strong, I suppose. Time warp just costing more. Costs 100 now over 75.
But if you get that mothership core out nice and early, it still banks up the energy and it's still around, right?
Yeah, you can still use almost 2, just not. The thing is Time Warp is great, but it didn't need all 3 to win the game. That was like just a killing blow. So definitely still viable here for PartinG to use. But TY here has opened up with Command Center first. And PartinG has chosen not to scout. And he will want to scout soon. And I wonder if it's going to be with the Mothership Core and Stalker. I'd imagine it's a pro, because the thing is, on a 4-player map, he has no idea where his opponent is, so he doesn't even know where to send those units. So maybe after the Cybernetics core he goes? He's thrown that down, but still no scout.
A really, you know, a nice little building placement here by PartinG, just to allow this only one little slither into here at all, just in case it was Reapers.
Very good against Reapers, but that's not the case here. It is Command Center first into double barracks. Then the orbitals will come up next, and then most likely a third barracks, I'd imagine. But interesting that PartinG has decided not to scout here.
I mean, PartinG at this point kind of gets a little bit caught with his pants down when it comes to the economy, with that Command Center first, or with super quick.
Yeah, he cancels the Zealot here, and we'll just get the Nexus in. And then the next unit has to be the Mothership Core.
Yeah.
Just in case it is going to be a Reaper or something needs that to protect. Usually the next unit from this now, again, is the Stalker. Mothership Core and Stalker, 2 first units. You can start, as mentioned before, to scout out and feel the map out a little bit more. And with double gases down, it looks like he may decide to tech up to either Stargate or Twilight behind this. But it also could be just still forging +1 armor in. So it really depends. There's multiple options here for PartinG to choose from.
I was going to send that Mothership Core out for a little bit of a reconnaissance mission.
Okay, it is Stargate.
And where is it placed? Oh, behind the natural. Sneaky.
Yeah.
The thing is normally if an SCV actually comes in there, it'll see the Nexus and be like, okay, Nexus, cool, I'm going into the main. I want to see what really is the meat and potatoes of what you've got.
But the probe and SCV are going to pass each other, so it's going to be really easy to stop this from being scouted. And the thing is with TY's build as well, I think he's playing for a 3rd command center. Yeah. Yeah, he's playing for a 3rd command center here, so very, very, very economy focused. And with a 3rd command center like this, if he doesn't take damage versus the Oracle, you're in amazing shape.
Yeah.
But if you do, then you're going to fall behind quite a lot here.
Bad time.
Because you just simply don't have that much to defend against it.
Talk about a swing up in terms of build orders here from TY. First, the major aggression. Second, we have
complete opposite.
Yeah.
He's going to try and go in the main to scout, but obviously not going to see anything there. So there's 1 Marine in the bunker, which is... Oh, scan. Where?
It's in the main. The PartinG was so good about placing this at the natural. Really, really good. I love that placement there by PartinG.
He's definitely got to be expecting something with double gases. He saw the gases, and the thing that you scout with the gases is, even though I think most amateur players would be like, yeah, you could have taken 2 gases just now. How do I know? The thing is, if you just click on the simulators, you see how much they've been mined, therefore you know how long they've been there for. So you can either, or TY should be, expecting either, or either Twilight Council or Stargate. Whichever the case, in Engineering Bay is the perfect answer, which he's gone immediately for, and I'm pretty sure we'll see turrets immediately too. And I think he missed the Oracle in the middle.
Yeah, I think that probe had control of the Watchtower as well.
But he has Marines in the mineral line, perfect.
Great stuff. Really, really nice foresight here by TY. And, well, the Oracle's going to come in and gets 1 kill.
Perfect defense.
Very well done.
As long as he continues this up.
Catches 2 SCVs. I mean, considering how TY was prepared there.
Yeah.
I don't actually mind those kills.
But 3 orbitals.
Yeah, it's a lot. It really is.
He can get +1 attack now if he doesn't want to add on any more, or even goes for the factory first. So it's just a beautiful place to be.
The thing is, though, I mean, he saw that 3rd orbital, so it prompted him to go for the 3rd base.
Which will work for him if he has enough time to get up there. With the Twilight Console coming down, he has 3 Stalkers, which would lead me to believe Blink. I think Charge is always the better upgrade here, but with 4 Stalkers, it may be Blink. Charge is just better to fight heads up.
Yeah.
It's just overall better. What is he going to upgrade? Blink, yeah. So Charge is better, but because he's already got 4 Stalkers here, Blink does make more sense, makes more use out of the 4 Stalkers he already has. And TY was actually looking for the 3rd. I think he may sense it.
Did he see it?
No, he got stopped by 2 Stalkers, but why would 2 Stalkers be down there?
Oh, it got stopped down here, right? I see.
I think he may be sensing that this 3rd is already out.
Yeah, probably.
So great kind of play from both sides, which is high level overall.
Well, especially since the Oracle saw that 3rd as well, right? I mean, he has to be kind of wary.
Yeah, and this is just, without Stim done, Combat Shields, or even Medivacs out yet, he's going to take his 3rd. He knows that that's Thursday there without seeing it. There's just no reason why 2 Stalkers would be down there. But he's got to be careful. There's a lot of gateways coming in, and they all have a lot of Blink Stalkers very soon.
That Oracle takes quite a bit of damage. He wants to keep that alive for the later stages, if not to harass, but then to just throw down Revelation so you can see his army movement, as well as maybe even drops that would come along. So catching Medivacs with Revelation is really, really useful.
So many gateways. What PartinG is looking to do with so many gateways is obviously TY is going to move out soon. He expects a 3rd base there. He's going to move out with Stim and Medivacs. What happens if PartinG is ready with enough units, with Blink, that is able to kill everything that TY moves over with and then counterattacks? Or further still, just continues to, increase his economy. So with all these gateways, if he just makes a lot of units and TY moves out aggressively, then I think this is going to be really, really good.
The funny
for
thing,
PartinG.
though, during all of this is that PartinG is still kept his opponent kind of in the dark as to what's going on. We just saw a Viking actually added on there for a second there for TY. He's like, doesn't really know what his opponent's taking into.
He just knows 3 bases, doesn't know with what. So this is why it's super dangerous if TY just moves out like I had expected him to do. This is going to be spotted, and even a counterattack pylon has already been built. On the left-hand side here.
Just out of range of the watchtower.
So the Stalker blinks away. Now he's getting ready for TY. And if he deals with this, blinks in, gets rid of the Medivac, counterattacks, he'll have charge as well. And then uses that pylon on the left and even the pylon at the north, which could be used for a counterattack to the 3rd, I suppose, while he defends. But TY's not moving out. What is he spotted? Why is he not going? I
think it's the pylons up to the north. It has to be. He spotted them with the Viking, so he has to go and clean those up.
He's going to go clean with them first.
Okay, so the Ghost Academy is being added on, and this is the first game we're going to end up casting where we actually see the no need for Mobius Reactor.
No combat shields.
It's on the way now.
Okay, just started, as I said. I was like, you don't have it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, but he doesn't have it researching? And now he does? All right.
So 3 ghosts are on the way instantly. Again, no need for Mobius Reactor. That has just been recently patched down. So it's going to be interesting to see how this hits, but realistically, I mean, these ghosts come out with the storm on the way. It's like a normal timing. There's not really too much that the lack of Mobius Reactor is really going to do.
I think this is a very high-level game from both sides. Just anticipating each other's moves without actually doing anything. And you can see, I mean, we've casted a lot of games like this, even in Sao Paulo, where the unit resources lost is just almost nothing, but there's been so much action. But they both keep counteracting against each other because they're both at such a high-level player. It's really good to see StarCraft like this.
Yeah.
But eventually they will fight, obviously, with the Storm coming up now, and then Ghost being added into the mix. We've seen a lack of Ghosts recently. I think that really started to get exploited with so many Zealot Charge and Archon builds just straight away, and nobody building Ghosts. Started to really become popular again.
Yeah, it's really, really strong. Even Ion Ladder have easy times against some Terrans when it comes to going up against Ghosts. But there we go, the Blink's on forwards. Tried to get the Medivacs. They boost on out there. They absolutely need to save themselves. TY is in a bit of trouble against that army.
That kind of fight was exactly what PartinG had been waiting for all game long. Yeah. And that was a victory for him.
A brilliant victory, and now he's going to sit just on top of this high ground. He has Storm available to him as well, so if the army moves on...
Great EMP. Do you know what I would have done there? I would have force-filled the SCVs in with the sentries and then stormed on top.
Yeah, that would be sick, man.
That would have been sick. That would have been a highlight play.
That would have been Apollo level play there, right there.
Yeah, that would have been my level play. See that all the time on my stream. All the time. always play like that.
Twitch.tv/. But anyway, now PartinG. Look how many zealots he actually has here. 24 in total. That's a lot of ghosts, though. He has to be careful about that.
He doesn't want to fight in that narrow channel either.
Ah,
yeah, that hurt.
Okay, yeah.
And there's another one as well. There is the robotic space switch coming in for the Colossus.
Poor little Widow mine.
It's okay, he's underground, he's in a bunker.
Yeah, he got stormed all by himself. He weathered it, though.
I really do like when it's double robotics facility, not just single. It has a much bigger impact in the game.
Yeah, you're right. Just that double production is fantastic. Another EMP hits quite a few of those. A nice storm. It kind of catches some of those ghosts on the very edge.
These units are very low, and there's no one storm left, but there are two behind it, which
nice.
he doesn't know about.
But meanwhile, I mean, during all of this aggression up to the north, we have loads of pylons down to the south for PartinG that he can warp in a few zealots where he would like to, and then go for some aggression at that planetary fortress. But it might be difficult to do much damage.
Yeah, he can't get to that planetary fortress, and Baby is, or TY should I say, has established himself on 4 bases quite well.
We have a warp prism as well, shown down to the bottom left. So he's going to look to go to the middle line of
the main base. The natural doesn't work because of the turret, but if he gets behind that and get into the main, beautiful. Yeah, 4 DTs. I reckon go main.
Uh-oh. All right. Oh, okay. No, 4 zealots, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to the main.
Yeah. Okay, so he cleans up a little bit of that. He actually got a double drop going on here, but there was a feedback as well as a storm to push that off. And meanwhile, still this small choke contested. Nice EMPs as well as snipes. Really on top of things is TY.
And this is going to be a big warping inside the main base. Oh, he actually just warped in 4 zealots.
Yeah, he had
so
to.
Maybe not as big as it could have been.
For the defense, but those zealots start getting things going.
Nice move from PartinG.
And actually, the building placement here for TY really doesn't help him reinforce that. It's a big wall off there, so those zealots are going to do quite a bit. And he's pressing forwards to this third base as well. PartinG is really bringing game number 2 to TY.
Play. Just beautiful play there. That's something which, I guess, if you were to go over this game with his coach TY and say, Coach Apollo, what did I do wrong? I said, dude, you got to be careful of that warp prism because then he just, pulled this maneuver on you.
Yeah. Whoop, few EMPs, misplay, force field there.
It just needed an extra turret on the left-hand side of his natural next to the refinery. Like 1 turret where those 3 supply depots are, and that can't get in the main base.
Well, for now, PartinG still just going to maneuver around. He knows this, well, his opponent right now is supply blocked, is TY. So, as we see this big army building up for PartinG, as we have these Colossi now added into the fray and double upgrades being chrono boosted out furiously, PartinG is taking a lead in almost every aspect.
PartinG's played this game out really beautifully. Really solid. Really, really good game. Hashtag Terran tears.
It's going to continue, man, if, if the Terrans aren't careful. Although there's still a lot of ghosts here, EMPs can turn things around. Got to be careful, though. Look at the PartinG. He's just taking the entire right-hand side of this map. Oh, and the warp prism again.
It's found itself in. Where was that turret? God damn it, I told you once.
Coach Apollo, he's not listening.
And even the Dark Shrine coming in. So if that Warp Prism's allowed to keep getting in there, he'll have DTs in the main base soon. But PartinG, just beautiful. Warp Prism drags his opponent one way. He moves forward with his army the other way. He's got force fields and storms to protect the high ground there.
Oh, the force fields, the storms. Oh, more force fields. He doesn't want him to get anywhere near. He's going to actually lose quite a bit of this army.
He's got to go left. He's got to go left. Meet up with the pylons. Storm, retreat storms are needed here.
Run away.
Yeah, there's the retreat storms. And he can join up with the pylons and is easily able to replenish. And now he's on 5 bases. Beautiful game from PartinG. And he's saving the Colossus as a special surprise for later on. Building one at a time, saving them. Got a second robo, and then we'll just look for a killer strike soon, I suppose, which will be 3, 4, 5 Colossus all together, and say, "What's up, TY, you cheesy mother trucker?" after game number 1, and we'll look for the victory because there just aren't any Vikings, or not a high count.
He's like, hello.
Oh, actually, I say that, and there's 11.
Is there?
I just like that. I haven't really seen that many Vikings yet, but there are 11, so okay, that surprise won't be as. Well, it's not a surprise.
No.
It's no longer a surprise.
He knows what's going on, man.
It could have been a surprise, but it's not going to be a surprise.
It's like you give someone a surprise birthday party and they've known about it the whole time and they're like acting surprised. And like,
yeah, that's kind of what TY would be like.
Yeah.
He's already ready for that switch, so never mind.
Whoa, 3 medevacs get loaded up down to the south here. That High Templar may have just spotted it. But the Watchtower spotted it anyway. So all he has to do is warp in a few units down there. He can't just warp in High Templars alone because there's no energy to actually feed back those medevacs.
He's got 2 High Templars down there for storms, and then can warp in Zealots. He's fine.
And, well, across the map he has 16 High Templars, which have been accruing a lot of energy during all of this. This is really nicely set up, and another feedback as well as Storm
Simple
there.
defense there. And 3 medivacs aren't going to do anything. And at the same time, PartinG through the middle. Yeah.
Once again, though, gotta be careful. Those ghosts, if he gets caught in between a rock and a hard place, well, these medivacs caught between a rock and a hard place.
4 cannons or more. High Templar, you can always warp in. Protoss just can't be touched on these bases.
No.
Just can't be touched at all unless you dedicate more than 3 medivacs worth of units. And then obviously your front door becomes extremely weak.
I mean, for a long time, I've retained the idea of it's amazing how well defended a base can be with just a few cannons and like a High Templar or 2 against a Terran.
Quite surprised that 3-3 was never done. I mean, there's been so much action.
All right, that took me off guard.
His army just disappeared. Yeah, he's only at 2-2 still against 3-3 Protoss with +1 shields coming in, and he's only just now getting the +3 attack core. Close to finish. I guess those should have finished a long time ago, but there's been so much pressure that TY's been under.
I don't care about my probes. Kill everything. Okay, so PartinG doing all right. 58 workers to 63 right now, but again, TY's income relatively has been shut down for a good portion of this game. Look how well PartinG is set up with his income, with his bank, with his army. So strong, so strong.
He has Cloak, though. There is one observer with the army. Imagine that. One good fight could change this, despite the bank being pretty strong here for PartinG.
Stims forwards. A few of those units didn't realize they were on the other side of that watchtower. And he actually blinks forwards there. The cloak does occur, so he didn't.
Yeah, and he starts another observer immediately saying, "Woo, gotta be careful."
Hello, hello, hello. And a lot of those cells moving on forwards. Blinks forwards to try and catch some of these Vikings out. Was focusing down the thing.
PartinG mistake with the fight there.
Jeez, massive EMPs. No energy for Storms at all. And TY comes in from a right-hand side with a flank, but at the same time, the Zealots deciding to power on through a lot of that bio down to the south. The Ghosts retaining their position, though. And look at this. TY with the supply advantage.
Yeah, and he drops down the bottom right, too. But remember, there's a lot of money here for PartinG, which is the benefit of sitting back and playing Protoss, is you're able to bank up a lot of money. And we'll be able to catch up quite fast. But that was a great fight, a mistake from PartinG. Allows TY to get back into this. And TY, if he can establish a 5th base soon. And that was I just can't stress how good of a fight that was.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good here for our Terran. Now we have still PartinG pushing through the middle. He's looking to find isolated units with his Blink Stalkers and then just blink straight on back. He could actually turn around and get a Viking or 2 there. And indeed he will do. I'm not sure why TY is letting that happen, but that was a great little pickup there for PartinG.
Great moves as well, just continue to drop here. The natural. Look at the minimap, it's like a Zerg player with overlords everywhere, but it's in fact just units and pylons. Yeah. And a DT is very important in the bottom left here for PartinG, because this is going to prevent or at least slow down TY from taking the 5th base, which is absolutely critical that he gets up and running soon. He is so low on income, his main is run out, his naturals run out, he needs that 5th.
And in the end, nice snipes out there. In the end, we have to, again, remember, this is game number 2 where TY is 1 game up, so PartinG's not going to take any risks.
Yeah.
He's just going to play this out really, really long, try and starve out his opponent. There's DTs in this army, but the scan goes down, and he does kill off one of those Colossi very quickly. Second one's going to fall, but the DTs, there's still some in this army. They're doing a lot of damage. The scan is not there. He actually is being ravaged underneath all of this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Colossus. The Vikings are dead weight, and the Zealots and DTs are just going crazy. I mean, PartinG's got so much money, he's able to add it in.